Damn, welcome back. Uno night. Right. Rebecca's just that guy that your girlfriend tells you not to worry about, but you already know what's up. Because half of you guys watching this probably have Violet level 10 bond for some reason, but then you use Rebecca more. So yeah. Synergy wise, let's just a quick summary of it before we get into it. Top of my head, she pairs really well with the Undead Gate. That's not Undead. She's pretty much a must-have for Undead Gates. Because she pairs really well with Jacqueline, which will be your main source of damage, and Prim as well, right? As how she pairs well with undead units, nothing crazy. Undead's pretty lacking in general, right? So we're not even gonna mind that. Erush is just very weak, but then whatever. This is a Rebecca showcase. Now let's look at her stats very quickly. We'll use max level as reference, Origin +5, because people will eventually be able to get this, I hope, right? So you already see her like feeling that chair up, like some Aizen wannabe from Bleach, right? Attack wise, lowest among the sub DPS class, but it's not really a big deal because sub DPS units are sub DPS units at the end of the day. They're not there to deal the most amounts of damage, and the disparity among those like sub DPS characters only like a couple percentage, actually not even a couple, like let's say 1.6%, something like that, right? So crit rate, nothing crazy. 23.3% I'd say is pretty low for a ranger, but then since she is a ranger, she has high crit rate in general. If you don't know, rangers and assassins have the highest crit rate. Usually they have high 20% as their crit rate, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because like I said, we're here for the kit. We're just happy that she did not get shafted with like 40k attack, right? So she's still a decent unit. Defense, nothing crazy. We're not going to look at that. Okay, so now we'll be looking at the skills. Now the main things to look at here are her main and the effects of it, right? So she also has some support skills, which is fantastic, especially for sub DPS units, because at the end of the day, that's what you're going to be using her as. So main, this is really good, but then nothing crazy as people like make it out to be, right? Because this target's healing reduction just stays at 50% while poisoned. Now it is kind of a good thing because it lasts for 12 seconds. Now this would be really good against characters such as Claire, because for the most part at the start of the match Rebecca would be targeting the tank. So against the Claire, this is really good because Claire has so much sustain, and she clicks that one button and then it's just like a point and click heal, like it's stupid, right? You click the funny button. So toxic sap, nothing crazy, just damage over time, which is fantastic because all of these undead units have damage over time. I'm not sure, except Prim obviously because she's a healer, right? So synthetic adrenaline increases the speed of farthest ally and the attack by 20%. Now this pairs fantastic with Jacqueline because Jacqueline, well, 90% of the time is going to be on the other side of the map trying to destroy those enemy healers and those enemy DPS. Okay, now this also pairs really well. It's in combination with Prim's artifact, but yeah, we're not going to talk about that. But basically what you need to know is that it's just a speed buff as well. Okay, so passive aggravating ones deepens the wound of enemies, increases damage over time on enemies by 35%. Now again, this pairs really well with Jacqueline because Jacqueline deals bleed on I believe 3 of her skills, right? So increasing that by 50% level 3, it's just really good, man. Like we'll take that. Also pairs really well with characters such as Ayame, but then for the most part I don't really see you rocking Ayame and Rebecca together because you're not gonna do enough DPS and you're only gonna have 3 slots left anyways. So ult, I want to talk about this, but then even though it's a 75% healing reduction, you're never gonna use this because you have other characters, right? You have DPS units. You were probably never gonna use this. Probably very rarely will you ever use it, right? I guess there are some cases. There is a point for there is a reason for her having an ult in the first place doing that, right? Now this is also another like debuff for the enemy. It reduces their target mana by 600, which is not a lot compared to characters such as Renee. But I don't know why you'd be using Renee in the first place. Please don't use Renee because you're gonna be crying to your therapist about why you can't clear stage 4, and she's just gonna think you're ill, man. Right. So let's just hop straight into the gameplay. So I think a good, yeah, we'll leave the dungeon for what's her name? Oh, Naya. Let me just see. All right, perfect. I want to I want to have some fun with a full undead team. Let's try that. Now, I don't know why you would ever do this to yourself, but we'll do it anyway. We'll put Angel in there, just for the 5 stack. Let's see. Actually, no, I want to kill that first. I should just wing it, man. I do not want to use Prim here. Very, very bad. Alright, just so we can see the synergies, it's fine if we like to fail this. So we are very like gapped in terms of CP. So I'm not really expecting anything special. Let's set it to X speed. Alright, now you can see there's so many buffs on Jacqueline right now, but that's also because of Talia's buff. But we're not gonna focus on that one for now. Right, so right away, 20 seconds into it, Jacqueline's about boom. Now you see, without all these buffs on Jacqueline, like it would have been doomed. Like you would have just wasted a unit at that point. Now let's just use her ult for fun, right? Then we'll use her golden shower. Okay, poison. That's good because actually that was a really good thing. I didn't even notice I did that. So Clara's over there going to be doing healing over time for herself and the others, so you want to kill her as fast as possible. So it's a good thing. There we go. She's already poisoned. Like there is no hope for this girl. She's just gonna die. An Angel, fantastic unit. We've already talked about her. It's just going too slow. Let's just skim through it. You've already seen all of her skills in action. It would be so funny if like she doesn't deal the most damage. Oh damn. It's not looking good. Now we got this. Chloe also has a heal. So yeah. Fantastic. Rebecca with a triple kill. Really good. Is that secretly a good team? Oh, I don't know. Rebecca still had the least amount of contribution. That's completely fine, to be fair, because she's not meant to tank anything, nor does she heal. So she's only gonna have one stat up there. The others, well, these are all like really good characters in general. I'm surprised Petra did that little. But anyways, the point is that Rebecca's not really a bad unit. You see that 20k gap in gate is actually really big. So the fact that we were able to get through it like that, no problem at all, is really good. So final thoughts on Rebecca. Well, you'd probably pair with undead teams and damage over time teams, which at this current stage of the game, not very good. But we do have Jacqueline. Jacqueline as a damage over time and perfect synergy with Rebecca, with all these buffs coming at her and the debuffs that Rebecca does to the others, right? So end of the day, decent unit. I wouldn't use her in every team. I barely even use her, but it's fun to note. It's fun to take notes of these characters so that you be able to clear the later stages. So that's it, and we'll see you in the next one. Naya video coming soon.